All right, guys. Thank you so much for being on with us. Just real quick confirmation. I do not have a chat box available to me while I'm in presentation mode. So if you guys could live, if you're on, if you could let me know if you can hear me. But thank you guys for being on with us. Excited to be here today. Excited to be able to be on the call. I do got it is going to be a little bit of a longer call. It will be a little bit more of a dynamic call. We've been going through some changes here at Innate. We've been implementing some changes, good, bad, and ugly, trying to evolve as a company, trying to find our brand identity, trying to figure out who we are, where we're going, and you guys are a big part of that. So thank you guys for being here with me. Let's see here. I do got, yep. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, perfect. Can you guys hear me? Can you let me know, confirm on the chat if you guys can? I put the chat box up here pretty quickly. Yes. Okay, perfect. All right. So with that, guys, thank you for being on with me. Appreciate you guys. Hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. Let's jump right into this. Okay. Where we are at Innate, right? The problems we have been facing. You guys know this because we've been transparent about this. We've held votes about this. We have been facing high development costs, high operational costs, low sales revenues, development required for customers, marketing budget, non-payment of hosting fees, and then obviously we got into a business with data centers that is a capital intensive business. So it requires data centers, and that's just a high cost. Okay. That is probably about a third of our monthly operating budget right now. Okay. So this is just where we're at. These are the problems we've been facing. You guys know about this. Okay. Consequences from those problems. Number one, we've had to cut costs in development, which makes products that we want to launch and development of the cloud slower. We've had to cut cost in operations, which means we don't have the same amount of, I don't know, emails going out and same amount of communication. We don't have the same support system in place anymore. Cut marketing and sales budgets, etc. Right? We've also had to cut costs from third-party platforms, and all of these things made the machine move. Okay. All of these things made the machine move. And what we had is we had a machine that had been built on infrastructure over the last 5 years. And there was some good stuff about that, but there was some negative things about that. So I want you guys to think about this, right? Especially for those of you guys that know me. We took infrastructure from a former company that had done hundreds of millions of dollars in sales. And I looked at it as a positive thing because we were going to have the back offices to scale to hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars. I looked at it because we had the systems in place, we had the support systems in place, we had the operational systems in place, we had the marketing systems in place to scale Innate from, it wasn't just a startup, it was a startup with infrastructure of a 5-year-old company. Okay. So we started to look at all these things, but we also started to realize how expensive that was for a startup. And we started getting a lot of feedback from you guys, right? We started hearing that this machine that we had built was too complicated. The onboarding process was too hard. Uh, Sales processes were outdated. Tech products were too complicated. Too many platforms, right? How many of you guys had that complaint? Too many. Oh, I have to log into this site and then to that site, and then my password's not working. Oh, you're using the wrong username. You're supposed to be using the email instead. All of these things that we heard from you, right? Poor user experience is what it boiled down to. And so, as a mentor of mine once told me, a confused mind does not act. So over the last few weeks, few months, we've been really thinking about this. We've been thinking about how we make this better, especially if we want to become a large company. And sometimes evolving into something means you have to let something else go. And so we have to let go of the past. We have to let go of old systems. We have to let go of old ways. We have to let go of old habits in order to become something new. And that was the feedback we were getting from you guys. So this evolution that we want to go through is necessary for survival, right? This evolution, like we're making changes right now, as you guys know, and we're asking you guys to make changes for the company to be able to survive. And I've been talking about that. And that's because we need to evolve. We need to pivot again. We need to figure out what we are, who we are, and how we're going to become $100 million company, $1 billion company, a tech company. Okay. um, you cannot discover new oceans unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. Now, what does this mean? It's to make these decisions. It's scary, right? I've had comments of people saying, "Oh, well, I don't want to pay my CloudX fee because of this, or I don't want to pay this because of this, or I don't want to pay because the person that signed me up told me this." And that's all true and that's all dandy, but even I have to make decisions. Even I have to make decisions right now that I'm like, okay, are these the right decisions? Do I have the courage to make these decisions? Do I have the courage to go across this ocean, this stormy ocean right now? And I have to ask myself, right? um, but as you guys know, where there is struggle, there's also opportunity. As we start to fix all of these pain points, right, we're going to start creating new solutions. And that's what we want to talk about here today. I don't want to talk about the problems because we all know what the problems were. Okay. I just had to remind us what the problems were. Now we want to focus on the solution and the solution to our pain points. What were the pain points? Onboarding, user experience, ease of product setup, all of these things. And we might create new pain points with putting in new systems, right? But I think what we're putting together can absolutely change the way we look at our business here at Innate. For those of you guys that are still wanting to be promoters, great. We have a great solution coming for you. And this era begins with two simple letters, right? Two simple letters, AI. Okay, AI. For those of you guys that have been living under a rock, never heard of those two little letters before, that means artificial intelligence, right? It is the buzz. It is the trend. It is where companies are going for, not just because it's cool and salesy, but there's actually real world use cases where we can use it as a company, and we can use it now as a cloud company as well. So we're going to talk about AI today and how we are going to be bringing in these new next gen experiences. But in order to do that, I'm going to bring in a co-host with me. Let me see if I can find her and give her permissions. Okay, there we go. Thank you for raising your hand. All right, Liv.
All right.
Perfect.
Hey. All right. Is your camera off?
Oh, is my camera is off. I didn't realize my camera's been off this whole time. I'm so sorry, guys. All right, well, good thing we both came on camera at the same time here then. So, perfect. Cool. Well, guys, obviously, Liv does not need any introduction here. But I have Liv on because Liv is really the one that pushed me over the last little bit as we've been going through these struggles and we've been going through cutting costs, as we've been going through, all of these struggles. Liv has been the one that's really pushed me to this idea of these AI experiences, right? These AI experiences. So, Liv, maybe take a minute, preface everything that we're going to talk about here over the next couple minutes, and then we'll kind of go through the slides. But I'll just give you a minute or two to go through kind of the concept and the thought process here.
Yes, all right. Thanks. Yeah, so this is a very, very exciting moment for us. And I mean, I can speak for myself. Obviously, I've been involved in AI since right before the bubble popped and everybody got into AI. So four and a half years now. So I've been training some of the models you guys use out there. I've been on alpha teams for some of the big four when it comes down to image generation. So I've experienced unreleased models. I've had my hands on cutting edge of this technology for the last little bit, and it's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey. I've been obviously, training teams and continuing to grow, business with AI. And the technology just keeps evolving. And it's just like a daily evolution. And it's really great wave to ride because of that. And we got to a point where the capabilities that we have now do not compare at all with anything in tech that we've had the opportunity to utilize, and giving professionals and like anyone really the ability to go out there and do a lot more in much less time with much less resources. And development has been the biggest pain point that I've seen in my entire career in any industry. I was literally in a call yesterday. Remember, even in the UFC, if you guys don't know, I worked with DC. I helped them with their international expansion before they sold the brand for $4 billion. And the thing is, even there, like I had like a whole the app for the fighters and this thing that I wanted to do, and I brought to them, and they're like all over it, and they're like really so excited, and they turn to me like, oh, who can develop it? And I look back, I'm like, well, isn't that a great question? And I've seen in every industry, people just like Joe, like just spending money because they have to create these experiences, these user experiences, internal experiences, that for their teams, and external experiences obviously for their users. And as technology evolves, like a lot of people just start being behind. Experiences now are quick, they're automated, they're interactive. And so we've been working in the last little bit, developing the right teams and the right tools to get to this moment today. And AI has been now taking over the world. And like the CEO of NVIDIA said, and if you guys saw our podcast, we quoted them on our last podcast. It's not AI that is going to steal people's jobs, is people using AI. And we wanted to position ourselves better. We want to create experiences that not only are better, feel better, but that create a bigger impact. And AI gives us that opportunity. And what is happening right now in the world, everybody's using AI, but everybody's going into ChatGPT and using ChatGPT like it's a Google, which is not, by the way, and your answers will come all over the place. And the capabilities are one thing, the experience is another. And so adoption is very slow, in the sense of like people are using for things that they're used to, and not for the capabilities of the tool itself. So we started exploring, one, obviously our pain points and some of the things that we need and some of the things that we wanted to create. And we ended up creating a new partnership, and a whole new roadmap that will completely shift, where we were heading in a good way, in a really good way. And also the experiences that we're able to give, the products we're able to create, the experiences that we're able to give to our community. Do you want to
Yeah,
jump in?
sure. Thank you. And sorry, Liv. So I'm going to go into this new partnership, right? So what we're doing, guys, is today we're announcing and we're going to be developing a partnership between Innate and Dreambox. And Dreambox is going to be our exclusive partner in the development of our AI products for internal AI consumption, but also for our B2B. Okay, again, for our B2B AI enablement of our cloud, and for our B2B sales teams to be able to sell and offer AI products to the customers they are talking about. Because everybody wants to know, like Liv just said, everybody knows they need to get into AI as a company and as an individual. They just are not, they don't know how to use the capabilities of the tool beyond it just being a search function for them. So Liv, talk a little bit about kind of this partnership and where you see it going.
Yes, and 100%. So that's exactly what it is. So the whole world right now, when we're talking enterprise, for example, which we want to talk enterprise, obviously you guys all have been witnessing our trials and errors as we create a B2B program and go out there and try to fill our cloud, right? And one of the first things that we encountered in that road was, like, well, offering just the cloud hosting, competing against the big ones was hard. And so we started developing, taking open source, products, and start developing, business suites, things that we could offer to the enterprise. But then again, the user experience is, like it's moving really fast right now. Enterprises right now, all sizes, from small to the biggest, they all need an AI piece in order for to stay relevant, in order to stay not only relevant in their user experience, in the way they interact with their users and their audiences, but also in their evaluations and the value of their company. You have companies left and right now pretending they have an AI piece before they do, because they need to. Otherwise, they're just not at the top. And so, by realizing that, obviously, this becomes a really great offering that we are going to be bringing into our B2B program. We are going to be offering together with our cloud hosting, the ability to obviously develop through Dreambox and then host through Innate, these software, these applications, these user experiences, both internal or client facing, that will allow us to, well, not only open for different revenue sources like pro services, by hosting and helping people host into our cloud, but obviously the hosting itself and charging enterprises per user on hosting these apps and softwares that we developed for them. So now we have a full suite, in the offering for enterprise, that really hits on the soft spot that everybody wants right now. So that's one of the reasons why we went on into developing this partnership and went on into developing Dreambox, to begin with. Even me, right? Like, I've been in front end, I've been visual and marketing and all kinds of stuff, obviously business strategy as well. But I've been on the front end and on the strategy end my entire life. And the bottleneck has always been back end,
Mhm.
right? It's always. So it doesn't matter how beautiful it is. It doesn't matter like how strategic it is either. In the end of the day, it comes down to the developers. And so, now we're able to just serve that full product and develop full products and deliver it with AI capabilities, which is what people are looking for. And those that's what we're gonna do. Do you wanna add to it, Joe?
Yeah, and I want to just kind of say like something up there, right? So we have a focus, we have this emphasis on B2B right now, on enterprise stuff. So what this allows us to do is it allows us to now have the AI conversation with our customers, with the companies that we're talking, and see how are they using AI? Are they using AI? How would they like to use AI? And come to them, live, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but essentially come to them with some type of prototype, and even potentially I guess a proof of concept or an MVP, minimum viable product, for them to be able to implement into their operations, that we can then go and implement pro services. People might not know what pro services are. Those are just when a company hires pro services, it's a company hires another company, for example, like Dreambox or Innate, to go in and evaluate their AI or evaluate their need for AI and implement these strategies and operations and tools for them to be able to do that. So that's what we're talking about here, guys. So we're talking about another way for us to generate revenue for our B2B side, right? But then also, as we start to move along in the presentation here, this allows us at the same time to have a larger reach, right? This network of this DAO that we have of hundreds of people. You guys might know people across the world. It might be so you might know someone in Peru, you might know somebody in Europe, you might know somebody in, I don't know, in Missouri that wants to start implementing. And guess what? You have a buddy that wants to build their platform. They're a fitness buff and they want to build a platform for training and nutrition and all this stuff. A lot of those things back in the day, like that would be at least $20,000 to build an app. It would be probably, I don't know, 3 to 6 months of development if you're lucky. And it would cost tens of thousands of dollars to start your little enterprise there for fitness tracking. And that's why all of these other companies built off of that. There's these platforms out there. But what happens with these platforms? They're not personalized. They're not personalized to the company's needs. They're not personalized to the solo entrepreneur's needs. And you start paying for things that you don't need anymore. So we want to bring a more personalized, that's what the pro service is about, a more personalized approach to AI and tech to people's lives.
Yes, and with an ownership piece added to it. So also what Dreambox brings to the table is and Joe is being really like $20,000 in 6 months to develop an app. Really, like, it costs most people over a million
That's
to
cheap.
own the
Yeah.
code. Yeah, and literally, like, I've been in calls just this last week because, like, mentioning to people and just enterprises raining at us trying to develop their AI just within 10 days of conversations. People that have been developing their apps for 2 years and still don't have it right in their hands. And that's what it looks like out there. And so coming in and being able to like outpace and outcost like everything that's being offered out there, it's really, really cool. And we're here hitting several industries. And just so you guys know, so we have just within like a week of pre-launch, we have like over a dozen projects in the pipeline, enterprise level projects with thousands and thousands of users, including what we have here, network and enterprise distribution partnerships, where some of our products will be resold by 400 sales agents all at once at the day of launch. And those are some of the things that we were able to position within 10 days of pre-launching, because we're launching this year with you guys, pre-launching the concept. So we're really excited about this.
Yeah, perfect. And let's talk a little bit about, obviously we're talking the B2B side stuff. And then I want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that we can do internally for Innate as well, right? Like I said, we had that user experience that was just confusing for people. You buy over here, but you activate over there, and then you spin up this product over here. Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that have already been built by Dreambox and team for Innate.
Yes, for sure. And you guys are going to be able to take a look at this. So I'm not going to say too much. But so we're about to show you a couple of products that we were able to develop together with the partnership between Innate Network and Dreambox, that are going to solve a lot of the pain points and a lot of that feedback and all the X's on the feedback that we had on that first slide. So, like, we are always listening, guys. That's one things that I wanted to mention here today, right? We're always listening, we're always getting our feedback, and we're always taking note of it. We're always adding it, into our strategies and the way that we want to move forward. And obviously, we've been limited to our resources, and this call today really shows us that, like, that has changed. Our resources have changed, and so our capabilities have changed. And so, taking all in consideration, and obviously not only that, like, just our experience and Joe's experience, and for him to be able to and this was something like, from all the pain points, like, it was something that, like, when you start talking about back office and these engines, commission engines and things like that, like, your skin like curls up. Like, it's very painful. So, like, even my first conversations with Joe is like, no, I don't, it's complicated, I don't even want to think about that,
Mhm.
right? But the capabilities are different now, so we were able to partner, and he was able to take everything that has ever envisioned and all the problems I always wanted to resolve, um, and resolve it, and create from scratch a new engine that he's going to be showing to you guys today.
Yeah, and so
AI,
I'm
yeah, go
very
ahead.
and I'm very excited about it, right? So the first thing
Yes, yes,
the first thing
yes.
that we have up on here as a visual is the AI studio, right? The Innate AI studio. So what we're going to be focused on, guys, is the company on our community driven side, on our affiliate side, is AI products. So over the course of the next probably, 30, 60, and 90 days live. Talk about some of the ideas for some of these AI products, and maybe just very
Yes,
high level.
yes.
Besides AI Studio, I'm going to be doing a demo of AI Studio here in a minute, but then I want Liv to talk about the potential for all these products. And then also, guys, if you guys have ideas for us for AI products that we could go out there and add to our portfolio, Dreambox can go and develop them pretty quickly for us, and always keep us on the innovative uh, tip of the spear in AI as far as a community driven product. So
Yes, no, for sure. So the AI Studio was, one of the first products that we went off to developing. Obviously, this is what it says is a creative studio. He was going to demo, so I'm not going to talk about all the features in it. But the main thing about what we're trying to do is differentiate our experiences, right? So, like every experience that we create, it has just, features that you won't find anywhere else, and it have features that together just create another level of experience that's not the same as just going into a chat GPT or something like that, right? So in this case is a creative studio. It helps ahead with the creative process, both with text, with strategy, with social strategy, and as well as image generation. It's cutting edge on everything, and you're going to be able to see that. But this is just the first of many of the products that we want to create, and we want to invite you guys to the conversation, to the idealization of these things. So we have several. We have, every week we're starting to develop new concepts and then putting them into development. We have a Teams family app as well that I'm really excited about creating, that will help, families and teams use AI in different ways that, help them grow rather than keeping them distracted. That's safe for family members, and that has all these different controls within a family or within a team to enhance productivity and connectivity between the teams so they can work together also as a family. Obviously, we have the studio, and then if you move on, then we have the business suite. That's the next one. And really, we really want to then just go on to the demo and start showing you the features, instead of static slides,
yeah,
since that's going to be a lot more fun. um, but the thing here, guys, is that we are able to create any feature that you can think of in terms of AI powered or not, in terms of app and software development. And so now all the ideas or thoughts that you guys maybe had of like, oh, I know if we had this app, I could go out there and sell it to everybody I know, right? Like, well, before we had our hands tied in budget and timing and resources. Now we don't. So just make sure like you're in the conversation and you're giving your feedback and ideas, so we can create more and more and launch more and more.
perfect. And Liv, so I'm gonna obviously I have NA Studio pulled up here.
Yes.
NA Studio, like what Liv said, it's an AI powered content creation suite, right? So the reason that I kind of started down this idea with this content creation is because every single one of us in the network marketing space or in the DAO space or everything it evolves or revolves is the word, revolves around social media, right? And a lot of people have come to me over the last like year and they're like, man, your branding, your marketing, your images that you guys use for the company are absolutely amazing. I was like, man, I wish I could just like take Liv's brain and AI capabilities and package that and sell that, right? And that's what this is that's what Innate Studio is essentially. I'm going to skip through some things here because I want to go directly into this inspiration vault here really quick. So over the last year, we've had people just talk about our images, right? And they go through and they're like, man, how do you generate those images? And I think a lot of people are like, can I just use that as a screensaver type of thing, right? And they just love it. So a lot of this inspiration vault, this is a lot of what Liv creates with her AI models. Okay, now how cool would it be to be able to have this? Now you have access to it. You can simply just download it. I really love this, easily download it to your computer or to your phone. Okay, but say you want a variation of this, you just literally just click on create here, and what this is going to do, it's going to now send you over to our image generator. It's going to fully bring over the prompt. You're going to pick the format that you want it in. Maybe you want it for a YouTube channel. Maybe you want it for Twitter. Maybe you want it for a story. Okay. You pick the format that you want it in. Let's say you want to create a caption for the social media post. You can turn that on now. Okay. And you can create a social media caption just by using this tool. And now you're going to come in here and create the style. Now you can see there's different types of styles in here. Okay. From corporate, artistic, and illustration. This is going to be what prompts. As you can see, the prompt up here is just now the generation of the image, the description of the image. But now we're going to add in a style. Okay, we want this. And Liv was so great because all that was in here is people do not have an idea how to use the AI, and so it's like giving you a tool, okay, of how to use AI and how it can create you a world-class image, product, everything that you want. So you click the styles, you can see now it adds up here the rest of the prompt, right? And you can go through, you can edit this if you want to. Obviously, if you wanted to, you can just create from scratch. So you can go around and mess around with it. And then all you're going to do is click generate image. And then what that's going to do, it takes, I'm not going to do it for the demo. It takes about a minute for it to generate. But then what happens from there is you can come in, you can see these are the images that I've now created. I just created a couple here, okay, from my Bugatti that I want. But then these are images as well. When you get these images, you can save them to a public gallery, and these are images that other users have now created. Okay, and so as we start to create a community around this as well of images in the future, as AI gets better, video, so we can start to create a community aspect of saying, hey, I don't want to generate an image. I just want I'm looking for something exactly like this. You can go and recreate it pretty easily. Okay. So these are the different types of capabilities as far as the image generation goes, but it also has different tools in here for a launchpad. Let's say you get stuck on an idea or you need to start, you need to get more creative. You're having a problem with the team. You need a social media strategy. You need an idea for a business. You can come in here, and again, we put little tips here on the side. Okay, be specific, set clear goals, think big, track your progress. And then what that's going to do is as you fill this prompt out and you start really thinking about what you're trying to do, it's going to create you here's a comprehensive social media strategy for CloudX NFTs. Okay. I can come up, I can edit this. It's going to give me all the stuff that it generated for me. And if I want to continue the conversation, I just continue adding information to it and saying, hey, well, I launched, I don't know, got 100 followers, new sales, blah 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 blah. What can I do next, right? And it's going to generate you your next steps, and it's going to ask you. You can see here, it's a day 1, do this, day 2, do this, day 3. So it really just gives you a game plan to follow. The number one hardest thing about being an entrepreneur or a solopreneur is that exact pre-phrase there, solo. We're alone most of the time. We're in our mind most of our time. And what I felt is with these AI assistants and these AI launch pads is you can utilize AI as a companion now. Okay. And Liv, maybe talk a little bit about that and talk a little bit about prompting. And because I know that, like, people need to
Yes.
take a class on prompting. We'll be offering, obviously our classes and everything like that to be able to train people how to use AI. But talk about the importance of maybe getting educated on, prompting and some of these tips that have been put in here
Yeah.
to get this done.
No, for sure. And I was gonna say this, yeah, when it comes down to prompting, I mean, you're cutting you're cutting corners here a lot. Like that's the thing. Like, so I trained this AI on actually giving the output here, right? And even at first I brought in and popular models, and it was just very generic. It was just like very like, I'm like, oh man, this is not what I would give to someone if they asked me content strategy, right? So I started training it. This one specific that is on this page right here. And now, so the content strategy that you're showing you, like it really gives you everything from like industry analysis to like examples of accounts for you to look for inspiration to daily posts and content that you can quickly quickly go to your image generator and create based on, your target. But it's like a full on strategy with each of these things. So the first thing that people like struggle with using AI is like, yeah, how to prompt, even on the generator, right? We wanted inspiration, like what is this artistic style, like we want to be able for the person to use the tools without having to, think through all the things that they might like, not have that blank page, the blank prompt box kind of, freeze that a lot of people do. And so they end up not getting enough depth and enough detail from the results. And that's why, everybody has access to, not everybody, but with the released models, everybody has access to the same models that I use for my AI generation. So why aren't their images as good as mine? Well, I have, 25-year experience in art, right? And everything from face. So now we're taking that and adding it here so it's easier for the user to get that outcome. And same thing with the strategy, same thing with the success booster, if you want to go there, Joe. So those are the things that, that we use, that we know that help people. But like how, but now we can make it so it's a perfect user experience. So for the why, for example, right, it's like it's creating why statements and purpose statements that you're going to save, and you can say it every day, right? Things that like Joe applies and a lot of us apply in our lives, like just, reminding ourselves of our purpose. Same thing, we have a vision board creator. Vision board creator creates multiple images at the same time, or you get to add images that we already have. In the end of the day, you have, your vision boards that you can export. You can put it as your home screen, as your desktop screensaver. You can post and all that kind of stuff. So what we're looking to do here is just really like go ahead and like give people the advantage of like, I come in here and I start using these tools that are, and these AIs that are already trained for me. They're already trained by experts to give me the outcomes like in a whole different level when it comes down to strategy and content generation. And so that's the reason, right? Because when Joe started doing this, I was like, okay, well, why would someone come here, right, instead of ChatGPT? And that's when we started developing those differentials and training the AI to be ahead, because it's our trained AI. And that's where you're seeing here. And so a lot has been packed into this, a lot of advantages, a lot of experience, a lot of prompt engineering, a lot of the specific AI training. And now it's a tool for professionals, and it's ready. So.
Perfect. All right, so let's switch gears here because I only got a couple more minutes before
Sounds
my
good.
next call. We're gonna
Right.
go into this. So the next thing, guys, is obviously like we talk about innate specific are the ability, and I guess I should have started here from the beginning here. The ability to have and the ability to have a world-class experience when we're onboarding. Okay. And we haven't really had that, and so this part of the demo might be a little bit slower, but you can see here we have somebody, they just signed up. Everybody that's going to sign up into our company now is going to be signed up as a customer. Okay, they're going to have a customer only experience. All right, so you can see here on the side there are a couple tabs. There's just a dashboard tab, a products tab, a shopping cart tab, order tab, and a profile. Simple. So this way, people that are getting onboarded into Innate, it's very easy for them to understand. Now, if they want to become a brand ambassador, there's an entire application process. You hit start application. We go through, we collect the tax information because we have to. People fill this out. They select if they want to do it as an individual or an S Corp or LLC, whatever it may be. Okay. They fill in all their information as needed, right? And then that's just going to save it. It's going to allow them, if there's any errors in there, might be, just typed in some numbers. And it's going to submit a W-9 form. Okay. I am a US citizen, submit W-9 form. What that does is then takes you over, tells you you save this. We go over to the agreements. Okay. I accept, right? Those are the documents. If they wanted to view them, download it, compensation plan already given to them upon onboarding. Okay, continue to verification. KYC, this is where you're going to upload your government ID, proof of address, selfie verification, etc. Okay, and then there will be a payment. This will be a monthly payment or an annual payment of a couple dollars per month, $5.99 or $2.50. This is to obviously cover the cost of the back office, and then you'll be able to pay that with credit card. Now, when that happens, okay, when this profile updates, they are going to now get a brand ambassador back office. I'm not logged into one here. Let me see if I can log out. My toolbar is covering over here. So let me log into back office here. So I just come in, log in, and this is our new back office experience, guys. Okay. So inside of the back office, everything is integrated into one platform. So no more core site, no more dashboard site, no more business site. Everything in one simple place. Whether you're a customer or brand ambassador, the experience is almost identical. Okay. Now you got the brand ambassador experience here. You have your dashboard. We're looking at everything here. Your volumes, okay? Your waiting room. If you have people in your waiting room, this will appear here. If you don't have anybody in your waiting room, it will not appear. Are you active, right? What is your rank status right here? I got 10,500 out of the 12,000 required. I'm 82% of the way there. I need 1,400 volume. My binary, my left side, my right side, my pay team, my carry forward, my earnings, okay? My cloud spend, we just implemented a cloud spend. Now it is already integrated into the back office, so you can know if your NFTs are active or not. This account owns 1 to 2 NFTs. They are compliant. You can go through, hit refresh. It is good. You're good till the end of this month with your progress. Okay. Quick actions. I want to shop more. I want to refer a friend. I want to request a payout. Pretty simple. Okay. So if I wanted to shop more, it's going to take me automatically over to our products. I bought to buy another ambassador seat. Look how easy it is to buy another ambassador seat. I hit add to cart. I go into the cart. I don't just want one. I want 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever it may be. You can now order. I know this is something so stupid. Sorry for laughing, but like our old system could not do this. You could just add 1, 2, 3, 4. You hit proceed to checkout. All your information's already pre-filled out. You hit credit card or whatever options we hit in there. You hit place order. The order is placed. Then you go over to the My Products tab. You have your NFT wallet. You add it here. And then it's going to give you all of your activity here. You have SaaS products. You have the tech stack. You need to spin up your photos. All you're going to do is come in and type your name here. It's available. I'm going to click on set up server. Boom. And it's going to go. Okay. I need to create my account for Connect. All I'm going to do is I'm going to register my Connect platform with the Connect platform. Okay. I'm going to create a password. And then I'm going to accept the terms and services. And that's going to create me my Innate Connect platform login. Okay. The Innate Connect platform will be separate as well. We want that to be a complete PWA, a progressive web app experience. But what I'm saying here, what I'm trying to demo here, guys, is everything is in one platform. The person does not have to leave and go to another site and another complication, another password. Okay. Let's go back to my dashboard over here. I want to refer a friend. I click on refer a friend. I want to do a different campaign. I want to send him directly to the shopping cart, or I want to send him to the main landing page, or I want to send him to a product landing page. You choose, okay? And now it comes with different analytics. You can see I have different links available in here that I've generated, but I'm going to generate a new one just for this demo here. I put in here demo, DAO demo, okay? Generate a link. If I wanted the QR code, I can then go and download it. I can save this QR code. I can post it on my social media, whatever you want to do. Print it out. I want to copy it. Boom. Simple. Open another browser. Send this link to the person. Comes over here. It's going to process the link really quickly. And now you got a powerful new multilingual English, Spanish, okay? Digital assets, goes through CloudX, goes through the ambassadors, goes through this. And we'll have one of these websites will have this, we'll have one for this, we'll have one for tech stack, we'll have one for the different types of products. So you can generate whatever you want. Okay, now I want to buy my CloudX. It's going to take me over to the publicly available marketplace, NFTs, add to cart. Oh, your contact information for your sponsors there if you need to. View cart. I have 2. Oh, you know what? I want 3, 4, 5, whatever. Proceed to cart. I fill out the information. Okay, let's just do this real quick. DAO demo. I'm just going to put this in here for here. I'm going to put in my email. Sorry, I'm just using a not a real email here, guys, but I'm going to click a payment method. Okay, and then I'm going to create a password, all in the same spot, guys. This is the onboarding customer experience your people are going to have. Okay, they're going to hit complete order. It's going to process the credit card. If it's crypto, obviously it's going to be a little bit slower. Okay, it'll process the card, goes through, automatically logs the new person in to their dashboard, to their it'll send them an email with their credentials and stuff too. But now I can come over here and I can now get a crypto wallet, which I don't want to pull up all my other stuff here. They input their crypto wallet here. They'll update their terms and services, accept them. And now if they bought the NFTs, okay, so saying 0 are synced. If they bought the NFTs, if they didn't buy the NFTs, it'll be logged here. If they bought them, they'll have their ability. They'll have to wait. It'll give a progress bar, and it'll show when the minting credits are available, when they're ready for minting. So let me just log out. Let me see if I have one that is. I might not. I don't remember the password for that one. I've had so many demos that I've logged into. Anyways, so I wanted to show what that might look like a little bit. Okay, but that's it, guys. Everything in one place. Oh, I didn't even go over the genealogy, right? So if you have people in your waiting room, they're going to appear here. Obviously, you're not going to have that many people. You have your enrollment tree here. You can expand it to full screen here. Okay, you'll see that there's a lot more people there in the enrollment tree. I want to see my binary tree here. Again, you can zoom in and out from here. You can make it full screen. You can dive down into, the tree here, etc. So all that, guys, available, and we'll just continue developing it and making it better and better and better and better for every single person, right? You got your orders tabs here. Obviously, it's just some basic information. Refund policy here. Contacting support information there, so people don't have to be asking, well, how do I get in touch with support? Go into your orders tab, contact support. Okay. Earnings, right? The different earnings you'll have from direct bonuses, rank bonuses. You want to do a withdrawal. You have to set up a payment method here for the first time. Add a payment method. My PayPal, boom. You're going to put your PayPal in, add as the payment method. And then you can do same thing with USDT, do it in there. And again, I'm not going to do it on this demo just because I have to do I have to do my KYC verification. So yeah, I mean, everything available all in one place, guys. Easy to use dashboard, easy to read information, all available. And this thing, guys, is going live. Now, this is the little bit of when is this going live and what are we doing with it and all these different things. And I'm going to stop my share here because I only got a couple minutes and hopefully you guys can see me. Okay. So what are we doing, guys? Right now, we're going to be deprecating our old systems. What does deprecate means? We're going to be taking them offline. They're not going to be working this entire next week, guys. Okay. A lot of our old stuff is going to get the word deprecated. It's going to be decommissioned. Okay. It's not going to work anymore. This new system, essentially, guys, we're going to relaunch Innate. You guys that are on this call, you guys do not have to join. You're invited to join. We'd love for you guys to be here with us. We're going to be restarting the tree. We're going to be restarting the volume. We're going to be restarting all of that stuff. So if you ever wanted to have the ability to be at the top of a tree at the beginning of a launch, here it is. If not, we're gonna, we're go out there and build it one person at a time. We have our infrastructure in place. We have our costs in control, I feel. And I think we can go out there and build 5, 10, 15,000 person organization pretty quickly. And that just benefits everybody, right? That benefits the CloudX owners, that benefits the NFT holders. And if you want to go out there and earn a commission and build a company with us, you guys are invited to do so. So I know there might be a lot of questions, guys. There might be some people that have, some questions. We'll do other calls. You guys are happy to go into the DAO committee chats or the DAO chats, and we'll answer any of those questions for you guys throughout the week. We will be doing our launch call next week, August 2nd. Okay. That's when these systems will be going live with, obviously, unless there's any unforeseen implementations or launches there. But again, guys, everything that the Innate Networks generates, a percentage of that revenue goes into the CloudX, and it goes into the DAO token as well. So hopefully you guys can support us in this pivot, in this launch. If you guys want to be a part of it, you guys want to be a part of AI, you want to be a part of blockchain, this is a great way for you guys to do so. And if not, refer us over a couple friends. If you don't want to build, refer us over a couple friends that want to build, and they want to build a large organization. We're going to go out there and do something world class. So with that, Liv, I don't know if you have any closing comments.
No, that's it. I'm really excited. That's all. I'm just looking forward to it.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Talk soon.